Welcome, dear friend, to a story for the quiet hours, a tale woven from the whispers of the ancient woods. Close your eyes and let your breath slow down. Imagine yourself nestled deep within a forest that has stood since the beginning of time. Tonight, we journey with a clever little fox, one whose ears were so sharp he could hear the secrets of the world around him. This is the legend of the fox who learned to listen, a story to guide you into a peaceful, gentle sleep. Let the sounds of the night, the soft chirp of crickets, the distant call of a night bird, and the rustle of leaves carry you away. The forest awakens under a soft, pearly glow as the first light of dawn kisses the tops of the tallest pines. Dewdrops sparkle like a million tiny diamonds on fern fronds and spider webs. The air is cool and smells of damp earth, pine needles, and the sweet perfume of wildflowers. Our little fox, with his coat the color of autumn leaves and his bright, intelligent eyes, steps silently from his den. He stretches first his front paws, then his back, a long, satisfying stretch that wakes up every muscle. But today, something feels different. A deep curiosity hums within him. He can feel a gentle vibration in the ground beneath his paws, a low, ancient hum that seems to say the forest is alive, not just with plants and animals, but with something more. It's as if the trees themselves are about to speak, to share stories that have been held in their rings for centuries. The fox tilts his head, his ears twitching, trying to catch the thread of this hidden magic. He knows, with a certainty that tingles in his whiskers, that the forest has voices, and he's determined to hear them. He takes a soft step, then another, beginning his journey into the heart of the woods, ready to discover its deepest secrets. As the fox ventures deeper, a gentle breeze begins to stir the leaves above. At first, it's just a soft sigh, a rustle that sounds like the forest breathing. But then the fox hears it a whisper, carried on the wind. It's not a language of words, but of feelings and images. The wind speaks through the rustling aspen leaves, telling stories of the changing seasons. It flows through the mighty branches of the oak trees, sharing tales of strength and endurance through 1,000 storms. The whispers are soft, ancient, and full of wisdom. They speak of the cycles of life and death, of the sun's warmth and the moon's gentle light. The little fox is mesmerized. The sounds pull him forward, deeper and deeper into the emerald heart of the woods. He follows not with his eyes, but with his ears and his heart, drawn by this magical, invisible current of stories. The path grows fainter, winding between moss-covered stones and ancient fallen logs, but the fox does not feel lost. He feels like he is finally going home, following the voice he was always meant to hear. The whispers guide him, promising to reveal the soul of the forest itself. The whispers lead the fox to a clearing he has never seen before. Here, the air is still and thick with an ancient peace. Sunlight filters through the canopy in golden shafts, illuminating a space that feels sacred and untouched. In the center of the clearing, the light begins to gather, swirling and shimmering like a heat haze on a summer day. It coalesces, taking on a form not of an animal or a person, but of pure living energy. It shifts and changes, sometimes looking like a cascade of glowing leaves, other times like a column of sparkling, dancing light. This is the spirit of the forest, the consciousness of the woods made visible. The fox is not afraid. He sits down, his tail curled neatly around his paws, and watches with quiet reverence. The light pulses gently, and a voice, not of sound but of pure knowing, fills the fox's mind. "You have listened well, little one," the spirit communicates. "You have heard our song. This forest remembers everything. It remembers the first seed that sprouted, the first raindrop that fell. It remembers every footstep, every bird song, every promise made beneath these branches. We are the keepers of all that has been and all that will be." The spirit of the forest continued to share its wisdom, its light pulsing in time with the ancient heartbeat of the earth. To live in harmony, you must understand balance. it whispered into the fox's mind. The forest gives freely, it offers shelter, food, and water. But it asks for one thing in return: respect. The fox saw images flash through his mind. A deer taking only the tender shoots it needed, a bear eating berries, but leaving plenty for others, a bird building its nest with fallen twigs, not breaking fresh ones. Take only what you need, the spirit explained. And for everything you take, give thanks. Give thanks for the sun that warms you, the water that quenches your thirst, and the life that sustains you. Life flows in a great circle, and every being has its part to play. The quietest listener often learns the most important lessons. To understand the world, you must first be still enough to hear its true voice. True wisdom is not found in speaking, but in listening to the wind, to the water, to the beating of your own heart. The little fox felt this truth settle deep within him, a profound understanding that would change him forever. He now saw the forest not just as a place to live, but as a sacred family to which he belonged. As the lesson came to a close, the spirit of the forest glowed with a warm, benevolent light. Because you have listened with an open heart, it communicated, I will give you a gift. A single shimmering leaf detached itself from the glowing form and floated down, landing gently on the fox's nose. As it touched him, a wave of warmth and understanding washed over him. The whispers of the forest, which had been faint before, were now as clear as the babbling of a brook. He could understand the creak of the old pine, lamenting a storm from long ago. He could hear the joyous chatter of the squirrels as they found a hidden cache of nuts. He could even understand the silent, patient wisdom of the moss growing on the stones. The gift was the ability to understand nature's language, to hear all its whispers forever. The fox was no longer just an inhabitant of the forest. He was its companion, its friend. The spirit gave him a new purpose, to be the messenger, the bridge between the animals and the land, ensuring the balance was always kept and the harmony was never broken. He was now the keeper of the forest's secrets. With his new gift, the little fox bowed his head in silent gratitude. The light of the forest spirit slowly faded, returning to the sunbeams and the leaves until the clearing was quiet once more, filled only with a deep and abiding peace. The fox felt a gentle weariness, the kind that comes after a long and meaningful journey. He found a soft patch of moss at the base of a great ancient oak, curled into a tight ball, and closed his eyes. The whispers of the forest became a gentle lullaby, telling him that all was well, that he was safe, and that he was loved. And as the clever fox drifted into a deep and peaceful sleep, the entire forest seemed to sigh contentedly with him. As you drift off to sleep now, remember the little fox. If you listen closely with your heart and your mind, you might just hear the forest or the quiet night around you whisper its secrets back to you. Sleep well,